Everyone is chasing playlist placements as if they're like the holy grail of music, but 99% of the time, it's really not, because what it's doing is it's building up stream numbers rather than building up dedicated followers and a decent audience that are going to like come to your shows, they're going to buy merch and do all the good shit you want them to do. So let me put it like this for you, okay? Streams do not build you a fan base. All you're doing is just getting a number on top of a number on top of a number of people listening to your song. They're not invested in who you are as an artist. They want to care. They want to hear your story. But just by listening on Spotify or YouTube Music or whatever they're using, they're just not getting that. And trust me, they're not going, or most of the time, they're not going, I'm going to go and check out their Instagram or TikTok. Most of my favorite bands that I've discovered through like their music or their journey or whatever, I've realized that I don't follow a lot of them on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if that's just me or if that's a majority of people, but I know I certainly don't. And so if I don't, there's probably a bunch of other people that don't do that either. We get more invested in people through socials, of course, but we're not kind of taking a step out of listening to something on a playlist to then go and discover them. If we like something that we've heard on a playlist, again, I'm not really a playlist guy. I'm not someone that listens to playlists all the time and stuff. In fact, it's very rare. Let me know in the comments if you go through like Spotify curated playlists and listen to them. The only time I ever listen to something like that, like a Spotify curated playlist, is when we're having like a barbecue at my mum and dad's or something, and like my mum will just stick one on, like Summer Vibes or something like that, you know? So, and even then, you're not paying much attention to what's going on. But I imagine if you're shuffling through a playlist and you hear a song you like, unless you are like consumed by it and fucking love it and it's blown your mind and changed your life, you're not then going to go and discover the artist on socials and find a bit more about them and all of that. You're just going to go, oh yeah, that was nice, that was a decent song, and then you move on to the next one, you know? So yes, by getting certain playlists, you may get a few people listening, which is great. And by the way, a lot of these kind of algorithmic playlists, they have so many fucking songs on there that if someone has it shuffled, it's also a fairly slim chance they're even going to come across yours, right? And if they do, great. And I'm all about being positive here, and it's definitely a good thing, obviously, if they do come across that song. But it's just not the be-all and end-all. You're not able to give your story through it. A lot of the time, people won't even be listening intensely to the lyrics. They may, if they do, they may kind of interpret them differently to what you mean. It might not resonate with them as much as you think it will, or as much as you'd like it to, because they may be picking up on the wrong vibe. And again, you're just going to be building those stream numbers, but you're not building anything. And I've seen it happen where artists have come to me and they've gone, mate, like, you know, I've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200,000 fucking streams on my song and it's awesome. But I've just put out a gig, like tickets for a gig, and it's 100 cap, right? And I can't fucking sell tickets. Well, yeah. Because by someone just listening to your music on a playlist and probably coming across it once, they're not really gonna remember it. They're not getting a chance to get invested in what you're doing. So they're not really gonna be that bothered. And if they follow you, and if you work Spotify right, it will pop up for people that you're playing a gig in their area, but it still doesn't mean that they're going to click it. I'll be honest, and again, I'm just talking for me and what I do. I don't think I've ever bought a ticket for a gig through seeing something on Spotify. Again, let me know in the comments if you have, but I don't think I have. And so, yes, while these numbers are lovely and while they're great, and it can be very easy to look at it in a big picture way and go, well, cool. If I've got all these streams on my Spotify, promoters, anyone in the industry, label, A&R, whoever, are going to see that number and go, wow, that's impressive. But actually, people are getting more and more switched on nowadays to it. And we realize more and more that these streaming numbers does not mean you have fans. A lot of people in the industry will be looking at your mailing list numbers, how many tickets you're selling, how much merch you're selling, because at the end of the day, that is money. Streaming, unfortunately, is not money. And people that want you to come and play shows want you to sell tickets to make them money or for them to at least break even. Record labels that may be interested want to see that they're going to get a return on their investment. As it is with anyone that's interested in working with you on a business side when it comes to merch. Yes, you might have some money to go out and buy a load of fucking merch, but are you selling it? That's what matters. So we're getting so focused on pre-saving the song, getting it onto these playlists, but ask yourself, why? Why are you doing it? If you have a legitimate reason, if you go, I just want to be an artist that focuses purely on getting streams, make a bit of money from there, because you can make money from it. Not loads, but you can make money from it. And if you're happy doing that, which some artists are, then you've got an aim, you've got a direction. Absolutely fair enough. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do for everyone. But if your aim, and I think this is probably the case for most of us, is to be going out on tours, selling out venues, selling a load of merch, having a dedicated fan base that's going to come and see you, getting on festival slots, all of that stuff, streaming is just the wrong place to focus on. Get your songs on streaming platforms, get people streaming it, but you want to get your organic fan base streaming it. Getting it on these playlists is not getting your organic fan base to stream it, and it is also not building you an organic fan base. So really think, and not just on the case of the streaming front, but with everything you're doing, think about this. Are you doing it because you're being told that that's what you should do? There seems to be this big thing in the music industry at the minute where it's all about, here are the set rules that you have to do when you release a song. You know how most businesses in this world are successful? They're successful from breaking the mold. They're successful because they go, all right, well, everyone's doing that. I'm going to go and fucking do this because that's what I want to do. And it's different and it's creative. And we're getting into this one track mindset of you have to release every month and you have to get everyone to pre-save your song so you can build up the Spotify algorithm, get it onto playlists, get as many streams as you can. I've seen artists with loads of streams, like I say, it means fuck all. Unless it's your aim to be an artist that gets loads of streams and you sit at home, and by the way, I'm not knocking this, genuinely, if this is what you want to do, then absolutely fair enough. But you want to sit at home, you want to write, record music, and you want to put it out there, make a bit of money from streaming, as a bit of a side hustle, side hobby, sick. Go for it. That's the way to do it. Chase those playlists for sure. I'm not knocking it in that way. But if you're an artist that wants to focus on this as a full-time career, that wants to go out and sell out venues, sell out tours, sell out merch, and have a really dedicated fan base, then really think about what you need to do, what strategies you need to put in place to get that. And I'm telling you, the way to do that is by building a fan base, nurturing them, looking after them, making them feel like you care and showing that you care, showing that authentic side, showing that you give a shit about the people that are coming to your gigs and buying your merch. Because the more you do that, word of mouth is so powerful, people will turn around and say, it's fucking awesome to be part of this fan base. You should be part of this as well. If you like the music, you should be part of this as well. What they're not doing is going, oh, you should go and check out this, retro 80s bonfire playlist because it's really cool to be part of that and to, what? No, they might say, oh, I stick this on at the gym or when I'm on a walk or whatever, but they're not turning around saying, what a cool community to be a part of. I'm one of 80,000 people that follow this playlist. No. They're going, what a cool community to be a part of. I follow this artist all the time. I go to multiple tour dates, and every time I do, they come and say hello, and I feel so welcome there, and I feel like they want me there. I don't just feel like I'm another number on a streaming list. And that's all you're doing. By posting saying pre-save, stream, whatever you're doing, all you're saying is, you're a number to me, because what I want to do is I want to impress the bigwigs of the industry so they sign me. And then what happens? A, probably won't sign you because you're not fucking doing what they need you to do. You're not providing a return on investment. And B, you're just portraying again that these people are numbers. And all of a sudden, if you're getting labels and whoever else involved, and you're all with that one track mindset of, we need to put numbers up, we need to boost numbers, no one's going to come because they're just going to feel like a number. They're not going to feel like a part of your community. So if you want genuine fans, make sure you're building trust, you're building your story, and you're showing fans that you give a shit because, like I said, it spreads. People want to be part of your community. They don't just want to be a number. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm going to be posting here regularly now. I'm really excited for it. It's going to be awesome. Please make sure you like this video, you subscribe, you hit the little bell for notifications, because it just means we can get as much of this content out to artists as possible, because I want to help as many people as we can. I really, really do, because I think a lot of these videos that you can see online is about building up streams, building up numbers. How I got 250,000 followers in a month. Fuck off. Like, fuck off. This is what it's about. Building a fan base, showing people that you give a shit, turn up every day for them, and more will come. I absolutely promise you. Thank you so much for watching.